Thank you, Roman. Good morning, everyone. Hope you have enjoyed last 2 days of technical insights and advancements happening in and around Adobe Experience Manager, whether it is cloud service, whether it is edge delivery service, and with this talk on the our favorite flavor, the on-premise and AEM 6.5. So this talk is important for all those customers, engineers, and consultants who are working on on-prem installations, either in-house or on Adobe managed services. It may be of interest to everyone else who like to follow updates around AEM in general. So here, myself, Ashok Kumar, I'm engineering manager with Adobe. I've been Adobe for last 18 years. I'm managing AEM core foundation team based in Adobe India office. Along with me, I have Sagar Miglani, who is an AEM product engineer. He's also an active community contributor to Apache Sling and Felix. Sagar, along with few more engineers, have been burning the candle at both ends for last few months to make this match happen for all of us between AEM 6.5 and Java 17. This talk is going to be around a couple of questions, and we will keep coming back to these questions. The first one is why Java 17? As Roman mentioned, what is the motivation behind it? What are the benefits if we move to Java 17 support? The second question is what is the change and what remains same? We will be addressing that. And the last and very important, probably everybody wants to take a note of that, when is it going to be available? But before we take a step in these answers to these questions, let me have a little bit of nostalgia with a walk down memory lane with this AEM history. So Adobe acquired Day Software in 2010, and the erstwhile product called CQ got rebadged in 2013 as Adobe Experience Manager with the release 5.6. And since then, AEM followed yearly release model where every year a new quick start came, and every quick start had new feature set, improved capabilities, upgraded open source stack available at that point in time, and of course, along the line, Java support, Java runtime support has been also evolved. For example, in 5.6, we had JRE 6 runtime support, but in our current version, the 6.5, we have two JRE support, Java 8 and Java 11. By few industry reports, Java 8 is still widely deployed JRE among enterprise customers. But good thing about AEM engineering community is that we are on Java 11. Most of our customers are already on Java 11. That shows we like to be always updated and ahead, whatever options available to us. Let me talk about two recent offering in 2020 AEMS Cloud Service, which is our cloud native SaaS service. And you have already heard about it a lot. Similarly, very recently in 24, Edge Delivery Service got launched, and you might have all given through multiple talk in last 2 days. Coming back to 6.5, in 2019, Adobe decided to follow service pack based backward compatible mode of delivering updates and service fixes. And that model has been going really well for last 5 years. We have already delivered more than 20 service pack in last 5 years. And this model has been really well acknowledged by customers and appreciated by customers because it doesn't require downtime, it doesn't require extensive planning, but you always get upgrades and security fixes always on the time. So let's go to our first question. What is the motivation behind Java 17? The first and foremost motivation for any enterprise when they invest in any tech stack is the longevity of maintenance support cycle. Java 17 gives that assurance to our customer if we compare it against Java 8 and 11. Java 17 comes with a lot of language related enhancements, modernized code practices. It comes with improved text blocks, records, and all those kind of features actually make code more readable, less verbose, and hence it improves the developer efficiency. Then we have improved JRE performance, whether you talk about garbage collection or you talk about reduced memory footprint of JVM processes. Other than that, security is another factor. Being on next LTS version, security patches comes faster on Java 17 compared to Java 8 and 11. That's another reason we should move to Java 17. Along with Java 17 upgrade, we are planning to leverage our latest version of open source stack of AEM, including Oak, Sling, Felix. So we are now pulling all the latest versions of these open source frameworks into 6.5. We have a subset of customers who are deploying AEM on their in-house on-prem installation in the form of web archive. They deploy it on app servers like Tomcat or WebSphere. These app servers are also evolving in last 4 or 5 years, and customers are now looking at 6.5 plus Java 17 to start using those new app server versions and having all the benefits of those newer versions of app servers. Last but not least, there is a reasonable notice on end of life of Java 8 and 11. Earlier, it was announced to be EOL in 2026, but later it got extended and relaxed. Now Java 8 will EOL in 2030 and 11 will be on 2032. But let's take a step in right direction before actual EOL happens. Other than these benefits, one benefit which will comes later when you upgrade yourself to Java 17 version of AEM 6.5, that will be, developers will be empowered to start using Java 17 feature set and new language capabilities. Now, how are we planning to provide this upgrade? Yes, everyone already guessed it, maybe from the opening remarks of Roman or maybe following the blog from Tad. We are coming up with a new quick start, which we are calling as a code name 6.5 2025 edition. It is just a code name right now. Name or version may get changed closer to the general availability announcement. So probably you can use it as a code name only till time we have actual version specified. There is obvious question comes, why not upgrade via service pack? So there are two major reasons why this is not done in service pack. One reason is there is some delta between Java 8 and Java 17, which makes Java 17 little bit backward incompatible. There are few packages, few APIs got changed, and that contradicts with the definition of the service pack, which are always backward compatible. The second reason is, since we are upgrading entire core open source layer, Apache Oak, Sling, Felix, and putting that packaging in a service pack, everything together is not that straightforward. With that, let me hand over to Sagar to take you through next question, what is changed and what remains same.
Thank you, Ashok. So some of you might be thinking, what else will be changed along with the introduction of Java 17 compatibility. So let's look at the key updates. So as Ashok has already told that we will be leveraging the latest core open source layer, which includes Apache Sling, Felix, and Apache Jackrabbit Oak artifacts. Many of the AEM 6.5 artifacts were not directly compatible with Java 17, and backporting them and making them Java 17 compatible and shipping them was not a straightforward approach. So that's why a new kickstart was decided. And with this new kickstart, we decided to upgrade our core open source layer to their latest versions. So this upgrade has several benefits. Like first is all of the improvement and bug fixes which went into these libraries are now part of AEM 6.5 2025 edition. It also streamlines the security updates. As you may know that all of the bug fixes and improvement are done on the latest version first, and on need basis they are backported to the older version, and so in some cases backports might not be feasible. So being on the latest version of artifacts also simplifies the future updates and security patches, and which will help us in delivering the better customer experience. Also with this upgrade, we have aligned the AEM 6.5 2025's core open source layer aligned to AEM as a cloud service. So there will be less surprises whenever you will be upgrading to AEM as a cloud service from AEM 6.5 2025. So yeah, this is the another update. AEM 6.5 2025 edition also brings you the support for Jakarta servlet APIs. So as you may know that AEM is packaged in two packagings. One is jar packaging and another is war packaging. Jar packaging includes out-of-the-box Apache Felix JT container, and war packaging can be deployed in external servlets container like Apache Tomcat or IBM WebSphere. So with this new quick start, we have introduced the uh, compatibility with Jakarta Servlet APIs. So now out of the box, Apache Felix Jetty container will be compatible with Jakarta Servlet APIs, and WAR packaging will be compatible to be deployed in the new servlet containers which are implementing these APIs. And yes, Sling servlets are still using the old servlet APIs, and thanks to the backward compatibility layer provided by Apache Felix, all of these servlets, including Sling servlets, will continue to work without any change or disruption. With this change, you will be able to implement your new servlets, for example, HTTP whiteboard specification servlets using Jakarta Servlet APIs. AEM 6.5 2025 edition also brings you a better security profile. There are several updates. I'll touch upon a few. We have deprecated the Common Collections 3 API and all of the public APIs which were using this library in their public signatures. Of course, we will be providing you the alternatives. Common Collection 3 is a very old library and it is not being maintained by the open source community, and we may not get any security patches going forward. So we have deprecated it for now. Removal of this might have increased the migration effort, so we have just deprecated it. Apart from this, we have removed the Guava library. AEM was exposing an old version of Guava library and shipping the new version with the security patches due to the incompatibility changes was very difficult and not straightforward. Also, we got a few requests from the customer that they want to use a different version of Guava library. So we decided to remove it, and this gives customers the flexibility to choose whichever the version they want to use without waiting for the updates in the service packs. And of course, upgraded JVM, upgraded core libraries, and upgraded third-party dependencies provides it a better security profile overall. AEM 6.5 2025 contains all of the things which went into the service packs of AEM 6.5. So it is aligned with the, all of the features are aligned with the AEM 6.5's latest service pack. It maintains the existing code structure, repository structure, and all of the operational processes are same. Also, it provides the same user experience across all user persona of AEM 6.5. Although we have upgraded the core layer, but AEM 6.5 2025 is still close to AEM 6.5, and apart from a few deprecated and removed libraries, there should not be a big overhead of migration. So there should be minimal code changes required to upgrade to AEM 6.5 2025 edition. There is slight change in the packaging of the Uber jar. As you may know that AEM 6.5 was shipped with 2 Uber jars. Same is the case for AEM 6.5 2025, but packaging is a bit changed. So in AEM 6.5, 1 Uber jar was only for public APIs and another was for public as well as deprecated APIs. But in AEM 6.5 2025, 1 Uber jar is for only public APIs and another jar is for only deprecated APIs, which provides a cleaner distinction between the packages provided by both of these jars. So if your projects require both of the public and as well as the deprecated API, you will have to include both of these jars into your project's POM. So with this, let's look at the overview of 6.5 2025 upgrade. We will discuss about the upgrade options, tools we'll be providing for the upgrade, and also we'll look into the upgrade overview. So there are 2 upgrade options. First is in place and second is side grade. In place upgrade option is just replacing your AEM 6.5 jar with the new AEM 6.5 2025 jar, unpacking it and running a few commands provided in the upgrade runbook, and jar will take care of the upgrade itself. Side grade is for those scenarios in which in place upgrade might not be possible and there is a requirement of migrating the repository. For example, moving the content repository in case of WAR packaging from old servlet container to a new servlet container. And there will be two tools. One is pattern detector, which is a UI based tool. It will, with this pattern detector tool, you can analyze your existing AEM 6.5 instance, and it will provide you with the guidelines and the recommendation required for the upgrade. Its report will provide you an overview how ready is your AEM 6.5 instance for the upgrade, and it will consist of all of the things which need to be taken care of before doing the upgrade. Also, there will be Oak upgrade tool for the site grade, which will assist the customer opting for site grade in migrating the repository. So this is the upgrade overview. Although there will be few other steps as well, like planning and backup of AEM instances, but this is upgrade overview will look like. So first step will be running the pattern detector tool on your existing AEM 6.5 instance. Then you will be following the guidelines provided by pattern detector tools. Once you have acted upon the guidelines, third step will be executing the upgrade steps provided in the AEM 6.5 2025's upgrade runbook. And fourth step will be deploying the modified code, which has been recompiled with the new Uber jar of AEM 6.5 2025 edition. So with this, I'll hand it back to Ashok.
Thank you, Sagar. So let's look at the last question, when Java 17 upgrade for 6.5 is coming and when it's going to be available. Though we have still some time left to decide on the general availability timelines, but we are happy to announce that we are opening beta program towards end of the year in December 2024. You can scan the QR code, you can subscribe if you are interested. If you're working with a customer who is really interested in moving to Java 17 as soon as it becomes available, kindly subscribe to the beta program. Whenever beta builds are ready, the beta program team will connect back with you, given details on the form you are submitting with this. Since we are talking about a different new quick start now, so obvious question come, what will happen to the service pack mechanism of existing 6.5 and the new 6.5 2025 edition quick start? Yes, there will be two parallel service pack tracks. 6.5 will have its own service pack cadence that may be tilted in favor of new 2025 quick start depending upon the adoption. But at least for 2 years after the general availability announcement of new quick start, the service pack will continue coming for the existing old 6.5 quick start. Just a reminder, next service pack 22 is coming next month. It's around at the corner. Good thing about the new quick start, every change has already been delivered in last 5 years till SP22 is already part of the new quick start. So you can decide whether you want to take those steps coming through the service packs, or you can directly move to the next quick start. Future is plural. It gives us many options to choose. In the context of the talk, I can see 3 options right now. One, maintain the status quo, continue with the existing quick start, and continue having the support for next 2 years for service packs. Another option is migrate to upgrade to Java 17 quick start as soon as it becomes available and reap the benefit of what comes along with Java 17 and upgraded core foundation layer. The third option is migrate to AEM as cloud service, which is always cloud native, hosted by Adobe, and it's always latest and greatest in terms of feature. With that thought, me and Sagar, very, very thankful to the organizing committee, to all of you having us on the stage. Thank you very much.
We are very thankful to have you on stage. I think the primary question everybody is asking themselves is why Java 17 and not the current LTS like Java 21, for example?
Yeah, it's a good question. Even we also thought about it, but let's take one step at a time. Once we migrate, probably delta between 17 and 21 may not be that big, and that could happen via service pack. At this point, that is the feeling, but we come to know when we start looking at the Java 21. But Java 21 is at least being talked about moving on AEM as cloud service. That much I know.
Okay, when will when AMS have it available as an approved version?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
When will AMS, like managed service, have it available as an approved block version?
So we are working with the AMS team, but I'm not aware of the timeline because timeline for AMS team is governed by a different team, and probably they will announce when they will be ready. But yes, we are working together behind the scene. So AMS team is already hooked up while we are validating the next beta build.
All right. Yeah, and a lot of people want to know about what about AEM as a cloud service? How is it there? Yeah.
Sorry, AEM as cloud service, Java 17 support in cloud service.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as I said, I think cloud service is looking at Java 21 as an upgrade next JRE, skipping Java 17. But maybe I'm not the right person to talk about that, but it's happening. That much I know, and it's already work in progress.
Next question is about processors. Like, is the extended compatibility like for ARM 64, like the RISC processor? Will that be supported, or will it stay on x86?
We have not looked at this aspect. We are currently making it compatible to all the promised tech stack, which already published on the AEM 6.5. Of course, the later versions of those tech stack, but I'm not aware. But as far as ARM 64 is concerned, I'm not sure if that requires certain changes in terms of deploying on that. Dispatcher was one area where I think ARM 64 required a separate build that we already given, I think, in last year.
Okay. Last and final question. Yegor, will 6.5 2025 continue to use the Rhino JavaScript engine?
Sagar, any idea?
Nope.
Sorry, this question I'll check back and come back to you in the live app.
All right. Big applause for Ashok and Sagar.